Hello, good morning, traders, and welcome here at XM Live Education in the advanced room. And today, as well, in this very moment, we're streaming out here to YouTube. So, a very warm welcome as well to our YouTube viewers and to our home viewers here at XM Global. Very good morning to this, seasonal trading session today. So, we are trading or we are looking here for, let me say, kind of um, trading ideas that are coming seasonally, let me say. Yeah. And today I wanted to focus actually a little bit on two strategies. They are really, really very simple. They can be executed by everybody who is able to know when is Thursday and by everybody who is able to identify when is the 26th day of each month. And that's actually like one part of it, and the third part of it is to look at as well from a perspective when is maybe the best days of the month to sell the indexes, for example. And this is what I would like to look into today a little bit, and also give our YouTube viewers here a taste of what can be achieved with seasonal trades and seasonal tradings, and making them more taste as well to follow us here on our home base to XM Global then when we're fading off. But let's get started maybe with the very first market, and this is already open here. This is one very, very simple trading strategy, honestly speaking. And I think it really does not go easier. It's not getting simpler. I think I cannot offer you anything easier than what I'm just telling you right now. The question is always just if traders are really are they brave enough to trade this kind of strategy, because it's so unbelievable that it's like how to say, it's like it's so unbelievable that usually many traders are not even trading this, honestly speaking. So first of all, I would like to show you a picture of the results of this strategy, yeah, um, from last years actually, and this is giving you a good imagination how actually this strategy could work for you. So bear with me. This data snapshot, what I'm just taking you here, there's a few words in German, but this is only a few, and I will translate it, of course, to you. This is not a problem. So we are talking here about a strategy that is called a Friday Gold Rush. This a portfolio manager was bringing up a few years ago, and this strategy is really very, very simple. And this data is going here up until 2019. You see the Friday Gold Rush strategy is the black line, and this is in comparison to it, it's the gold market if you would have buy and hold in gold, and this is like the equity development if you would have just always like followed this strategy, this seasonal strategy. And this is it's like, I call it seasonal. It's not really like seasonal itself. It's like just a thing, that comes frequently every week, honestly speaking, right? And you see that since 2003, for example, this strategy made in total like 870 trades. It made 502 winners, and it made 376 losers. It had a profit factor of 1.73, and the average win a trade was 162 euro. Average loss a trade was 156, and you had a maximum drawdown of 18.64%. A maximum drawdown of 18.64% is relatively high, of course, but this is just how it is. This is how the strategy looked like in the last or in this time frame 2003 to 2019, and this was the result. And the strategy itself, it can really not be simpler. And this is something what I would like to bear out with you. So there is like, you have to think about gold. Gold itself is a market that is actually a lot with jewelry, right? There is also like a saying that gold is saving as is acting as a safe harbor. Then you have to imagine yourself, why, for example, this strategy can work. So why people are going to buy on Friday rather gold. And if you imagine yourself the overnight risks and all the kind of businesses behind gold, it is relative logic that on Friday to park your capital in a safe harbor rather than if you stayed, for example, in a very high speculative or in a high, very speculative risk assessment. So asset. So in this perspective, many um, investors, they're like securing their capital by increasing their gold position. As it's said to be a safe harbor, and this is what short-termly has the effect in the market, that the gold price on Friday, more often than not, is growing. And this is happening in approximately 60% of the time. So the hit rate is around 60%, right? So this is also what a statistic showing us here, right? So if we are, for example, looking, um, let me calculate a hit rate quickly out of these statistics that we had here, right? This is like we had in total 502 divided by 878, yeah, times 100. So it's roughly around 60% hit rate. So 6 out of 10 trades, roughly, you're going to win. 4 out of 10, you're going to lose, right? So this is roughly the statistics on the trading idea. And to just tell you how this strategy works, you know, you probably will not believe me this, honestly speaking. You know, I really leave. I'm even not. I'm even a little bit afraid to say it because it's so simple. You just go ahead, and now it comes. You go ahead and buy gold on Thursday evening. Let's say 7 p.m. Central European time. This is when I buy it always. You keep the position for around 24 hours, and on Friday evening Central European time, you close it again. That's it. That's all. That's the whole miracle of this strategy. I mean, can trading be really simpler than that? Yeah. So, and if you're looking, for example, last week, yeah. So last week's trade. So we have to find out what date was it on Thursday last week. So it was the 18th. Yeah. So it was the 18th. 18th in the evening. In the evening we bought, and then on Friday we sold. So it was a winning trade. So then we go back to the 11th. Here we bought in the evening. On Friday evening, we sold. Another winning trade, right? So then we go another week back. So then we have to check again. It was 11 and it was the 4th. So we were buying in the evening. We were selling the next day in the evening. Also like kind of a winning trade, right? So you see already the last 3 weeks, they have been very good. So maybe the statistics, maybe now tomorrow the trade which is coming is a loser. But of course, I don't know. And this is why I have to always trade it. I cannot just say, no, I was winning like 3 times. Now I let it be now because the probability of a loser is getting even higher and higher. But, you never know that. Sometimes you have 6, 7, 8 trades in a row winning and so on. But the simplicity is fascinating, and this is what makes this strategy like so easily executable. You just go ahead and buy on Friday and Thursday evening, and you sell it on Friday evening. And that's it. That's all what I can tell you. And if you do this over the long run, and I know one portfolio that is trading this at the moment as well, I will be finding here the statistic to you to show you that it didn't stop to work in 2019, that it really continues to work actually. And I make you a picture out of that. And this is traded actually with a future contract here, this statistic from this portfolio. And they are doing this, already since a few years now. And then you see that it still is continuing to work. But of course, the strategy itself also has its difficult phases. Yeah, so this year was 2019. Then it had a little bit difficult phases here in the last years, and now it started again to work pretty nicely. going here up and yeah, reflecting a very very nice picture. So the yellow line here is the gold rush strategy. You see here you had a nice drawdown here as well. This potentially was the 18% drawdown that you had, but you see if you trade this constantly, and this is here starting with zero in the future contracts, and then you see that within like from 2009 to 2023 right now, you would have been able to make from nothing roughly 70,000 euros by just executing this simple strategy. And here you see still another very nice strategies that are working really excellent. It's like a Tuesday turnaround. It's also like a seasonal strategy that we are covering as well still today in the in our home base. I'm talking still about the end of the month strategy, which is here the violet line. It's also pretty simple. But for this, I would like to invite you as a YouTube viewer over here to our xmglobal.com website. Come there into the advanced room and get to know still another strategy today, which is really pretty simple to execute and is very successful as well. Here you can see that this strategy also roughly made in the last like 14 years, it made you from zero 70,000. And that's like, and if you imagine this, 70,000 divided by 14, yeah, so it's actually an additional 5,000 euro every year that you are just by adding this. And if you have here a portfolio together from several strategies, you can calculate 5 plus 5 is 10,000, and then another like 2 times 5,000. So you are getting with this strategy portfolio 20,000 every year on top. 20,000 every year on top, if you're trading this like just in this very simple way, and all these four strategies, they can actually not be simpler to be executed. And as I said, the gold market, the gold strategy is really executed just, and I repeat it once more, that you really understand this very complicated strategy, honestly. Friday, Gold Rush is bought on Thursday evening, Central European time, around 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. platform time. And you're going to sell it 24 hours at 20 p.m. or 8 p.m. platform time or 7 p.m. Central European time. That's it. That's all. That's the whole miracle. That's the whole miracle of this strategy. And this is what you're executing 52 times a year. And if you execute it 52 times a year, so every week, one trade, then over the long run, it earns you a year roughly in average like 5,000 euro. At least it did it in the last couple of years when you're trading here a future contract or respectively the CFDs. And the good thing with the CFDs is that you have here gold, and gold is even like a CFD that has not a swap. Yeah, so in XM, if you have an ultra low account, you have here a great opportunity to trade, for example, the gold market here free of charge overnight. So it doesn't matter if you keep it overnight, you don't get to pay the swap, and that's a good part. And the same is with the future contracts for the stock market. So you keep them, and this is what we are talking then in a few minutes in our in our trading room at xmglobal.com in the advanced room, where we also have a chat opportunity, and you can ask me all the time. Hello, Wandil. Wandil, did you understand the strategy? Did you understand it? What I just explained. Is it believable that is it something that you could believe that this is working? I'm really interested in it because I was adding this to my portfolio, and I trade this strategy automated because it's so simple. It's easy to automate. And I told it to some of my friends, with whom I'm in contact. They don't trust this strategy at all. They don't trade it, and they are always surprised that it works. And then, but anyway, they it's so easy that it's so simple that they are afraid of trading it actually. And this is what I'm always wondering, why the most simple things, the easiest things out there, right? Traders are somehow afraid of doing it. because you have, of course, to be careful, and I don't want to underestimate this as well. You see, this is a yearly thing here, right? This is like always like 2 years, one column, right? And there is also years, for example, from 2019 into 2021. This was not a successful strategy. It was a break. It was even losing money in this year. It was going up, then you were in profit. Then it's going down, you were in profit. It's going down again, it recovers. Then you go again in drawdown, it recovers. Little bit